okay. I just got bags from Prada, rolling up.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we welcome you from the East Bay and Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Oakland Raiders. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Okay, ready?
53 is the mic. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming.
He's coming. He's coming. Let's go.
They'll start the drive with Harris, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs, and he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On second down, it's Todd, and he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down.
Go.
They're going to look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Off the play fake. Love. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Quincy Wilson in on the stop.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Got it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Oh, yeah.
2nd and 5. It's complete to Watt. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
At the Raiders' 29-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. It's caught by Funchess. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. From the gun. Love. And this is incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. And he's got his tight end. That's Ebron, and it's a Colt touchdown. Eric Ebron, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
53. Let's go, D. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shift. Watch the shift. Check 37. Check 35.
On 2nd down now. It's Harris. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On third down, here's Harris. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, every day.
He'll look to throw. Left side, it's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
At the 37-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh.
53's mine. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus.
2nd and 6. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they'll get this down to the 10. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Under 10. Under 10.
Ready.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Go on.
Take the edge. Go.
Hard. Clear.
Shoot.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. C.J. Ham. His 1st touchdown on the year. And once again, the Raiders are back out in front. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change of quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football, because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Now 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. 25.
Go.
They'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go. You're out. Safety gator.
Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Take 4.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 53. Check back.
Mike 53. 53. Mike. Look. Squeeze.
Push him back. He's crashing.
Get it.
2nd and 10. So he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Incomplete in the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for Tyree Williams. Incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A loss of a yard. Operating from the gun. Love. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, it's this game completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, Love. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
This will be taken in at the 1.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6.
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. A huge play that time for the Colts. 47 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
2nd and 4. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Godfrey. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. This Raider defense not giving in. They'll try to hold once more on 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Love. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 7 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will get him one closer. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh.
14 moving. 14's moving.
Go. 5.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
We are off to the 4th quarter here on this special Christmas Day broadcast. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Love. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Off play action. Love. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
On 1st and 10, Love. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Left out defense.
Now it's Hines. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Love. Ebron with it over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Raiders' 22-yard line.
Ready. 6-yard. 44 to line. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
From the gun, Love. Funches has it complete. And he's brought down after a very nice game. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Burton. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Mike Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for the Raiders. 46 yards. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Deuce. Hey, lock it.
No. Oh. Watch twist.
Let go.
Now Harris. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Rocky Sin. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 4-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Godfrey. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Love. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. It's a gain of 4, and that should just about seal the deal.
On the set. 94 is the mark. Check. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
On 1st down, Godfrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Godfrey, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
Ready? Two times. We got 4. We got 4.
The Colts in victory formation now as they take the knee. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Indianapolis, a win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for Oakland, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in a sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be the best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more death though. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those.